Got another MPC, y'all. This one I was reluctant to buy, and I know I said in past videos I would never buy it. I didn't see the point. Of course, I said that about other MPCs too, and I did it anyway. So I got it. I got the cash register, y'all. This boy is beefy. It's big and heavy. Got this boy right here. The MPC 60 Mk2 MPC 60 Mark II Mach 2 MPC 62. The second one. And yeah, I got the first one too, so that make this even dumber than the original purchase. Dummy. The reason I bought this is because I want to make an MPC tier list, and I want to touch all of them, so see which one have the best feel, not just based on how it looks or speculation. I wanted to actually put my hands on all the MPCs and then make a tier list. So that's loading, it's incoming. But with the MPC 62 came out in 91, it's basically the same as the Mk1, except it has a headphone jack. And I'm looking at the flimsy piece on the inside for the headphone jack, and I feel like I could drill a hole, what is it, a 1/4 inch hole in the MPC1 in the metal chassis, and just put the headphones on there and call it a day. The 2 versus the 1. The 1 is, in my opinion, so much better made. It's made of finer materials. Like this plastic shell case is so flimsy. Like it's when I went in to add memory, I noticed that it had the memory upgrade already, so I got lucky on that. Just taking the case off is so much more flimsy than the 1. The 1 has a hinge. You open it up just like the 3000 and it stays up, and you can put something there to rest it on so it won't put stress on the hinge. But that plastic cover is so flimsy it comes off. I can't understand why anyone would like the 2 more than the 1 other than the headphone jack. Like looking at the insides, they're identical. This, I don't have the SCSI interface yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it. With the Mk1, its final form was upgraded memory, upgraded SCSI. Well, I added the SCSI interface, and I added a Gotek on the front. But I got the Zulu SCSI for the back. So I had all that. I put the Gotek in this because I have the Zulu SD for the SCSI port in the back of the Mk1. So I added that to this, and I don't think I'm adding anything else. I just got it so I can touch it and experience the MPC before I make my tier list. And I like it so far. I covered everything in the Mk1 video, so there's really not a lot to say except for the appearance of it, because the appearance is different. And I like the Mk1 better. I like everything about that. It feels more like a toy. I'll take the Mk1 any day. It came with the Roger Lynn, the 310, the upgraded EEPROM, so didn't have to add that. Although I had a bunch of extra ones from my ordeal with the Mk1. And a video coming on that. I had to send it off to get those put in because I couldn't get it to work somehow. But I sent it and someone got it to work for me, and I got that back. So everything is there, it's fully fleshed out. Screen is a little dim. I think the backlight is out on it. So I ordered a new backlight for like $23, waiting on that to get here. Released in 91, 3 years after the Mk1. It's a 12-bit mono sampler with 1 input to sample from. And I saw it in the comments of the Mk1 video. When you sample, it's 16 bits, but with the somewhere on the internals with the analog to digital converters, it steps it down to 12 bits. That's how I understand it. Someone said in the comments, and I saw another video on it about the sampling. So For all intents and purposes, it is a 12-bit mono sampler. Another difference with the 2-in-1 is the hand rest. The 2 doesn't have that leather comfortable hand rest. Let me see, floppy of course, 1.44 megabytes, and memory is 1.5 megabytes. It's 750 if you don't add the extended memory. When it came out in 91, it was $1,800, as opposed to the Mk1 3 years earlier was $5,000, and some places I saw $4,000. And again, when you're chopping your samples, you have to do it by numbers. I get a lot of comments about that, about my complaints about that, but you get used to waveforms. After all these years, to go back to the numbers, it's a little jarring, but you get used to it really quick. And a lot of the times, I know everyone doesn't have this option, but I'll chop something in one of the other MPCs and just sample pieces as I need them into the 60. So it's a little workaround, it's a little extra step. It matters how I'm feeling that day if I want to go through that long process of chopping. Oh, another thing. I saw this, and it's not my original idea, not anything I figured out. I probably would have never figured this out in 100 years. It has an auto chopping function with the new EEPROMs. So it's similar to the MPC 3000 with the Velexi, and with the Vimano or the Roger Lynn, the 310, there's a chopping function in the MPC 60. And I first heard it from DJ Av on the 3000, and I tried it and it worked. It's not as precise as I like it, and you can mess with the velocity to try to fine tune your samples, but it works the exact same way with the MPC 60. I don't know if you'll be able to see the screen on this. It's so dark, no backlight. Gotta have notes. So timing correct. Turn it all the way off. Although it should say off 128. This says something different. I'll leave it at that though. Let's go down to mono. Hold on. So again, started off, turn timing correct off. And let me see, go to sounds, 1, programs, load the sound on 2. Now sounds 2. With this, change the mono, change soft start to 5,000. And now we go to main screen and 16 levels. The velocity is the program, turn on. For some reason, it's not turning on for this on the bottom. So it chopped it on these, with the 310 software, it chopped it on these top 3. I don't know what's up with that. I'll have to go and show it on the 3.15. All right, I can't show this on the other one as the 310 EEPROMs. This one has the 3.15. So let me see, I loaded a sample on pad 2. All right, got it loaded up. Let's turn this to mono. And we're going soft start. It's 5,000. Oh, this feels so much better in every way than the plastic one. Volume down to 0. All right, so poly mono, soft start 5,000, volume 0. Go back to the main screen, and now got that. We're going 16 levels, but we're going velocity. And there we go, broken up. So it's not exact. That may be better. Soft start, 5,000. Volume 0. Poly mono. Main screen, 16 levels. And you sort of chop your sample, but not exact. And if you change the velocity on the main screen, you could get it a little more exact. I'll turn it to... And let me go under 100. And works the same way on the 3000. Can't get it to work quite right on the 310 EPROMs, the 310 software. So that's that. So not a lot of difference. I like it. I use it. Same crunchy 12-bit sound. And once I make the tier list, I probably won't keep 2 of them. And I know I say that all the time. I went through the purge to try to get rid of a lot of MPCs and end up with more MPCs than what I started with. But chances are I won't be keeping this. I went through the process and I got this from DJ Roxy, where you lighten the buttons. So I bought the, look like relaxer, hair relaxer or perm. Bought that, put it in the bag, left it out in the sun for 2 days. Put the pads. I don't recommend doing the pads though. Like they don't feel smooth anymore. Like they're kind of rough to the touch. Like the color came back, but I don't like the pads. I'm gonna end up having to buy new pads and then going through the process of opening it up. Like they feel really rough to the touch. And the buttons and whatever this is, lawn care, volume 40 cream, stabilizer formula. So I'm gonna leave this out here for 2 days. I gotta put something, tell the kids don't touch it. Put a little note out here so we can get these buttons back right. So we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. Oh, backyard. Let me see, got this pergola fan TV where I watch the game in the summertime. And a little pool, little bitty one. That's all they will let us put back here unless I take all this stuff down. Some of the buttons were discolored when I bought it, and they were different colors, but I almost got them all the same color. Still, the play button is a little light, but it started out that way, and I didn't add that one to the bag with the relaxer and the sun with the UV rays to lighten the buttons. So that's the only thing I did to it, was lighten the buttons and put the GoTech in it. So it wasn't as pricey as the Mk1.
Okay, dummy. Before this game, you was just a plain dummy, but after the night, you be a broke dummy.
All right, got these samples loaded up. See if I can make a little something. Let me see. Get some. Yeah, this data wheel's off. See that line in the screen too? Screen's going bad. Alright, let's get the intro going and we can get out of this. Let me see. And that's as far as I've gotten. And of course, it's not as nice. The little metal on the front has a little rust on the bottom. The plastic has, on the front where the handrest would be for the Mk1, that has a little cigarette burn there. But I'm happy with it. I got it, it works. Make some nice crunchy beats on it. And I go from there. So, incoming, tier list. And that's it. Thanks for watching.